Travis Rawls with his first carry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They go again with Rawls. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I think we just saw some evidence of what Tennessee was talking about in the offseason and really emphasizing on defense, forcing fumbles. Only forced 4 in all of 2016.
The lowest number in the league. They just could not seem to force any fumbles at all last season. Slot man moves right. Play clock winding down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Mariota. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. A first down carry for Henry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On the read option, it's Mariota. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Third and long here for Mariota. Flushed out right. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to ball his his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
They'll give Henry another shot. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive for them here on their home turf results in a field goal.
Now that's the way you want to get things started. Your stadium, your crowd, you've got the ball, put points on the board first, and let everyone start to celebrate.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again on 2nd and 10. It's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. With it is Jackson. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Titan football. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And
it's caught inside the 25. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
KJ Wright just keeps getting better at outside linebacker. Long, lengthy guy, can rush the passer, can drop into coverage. Has great agility, though, to stay on his feet and make tackles, too.
And still has years ahead of him. Turned 27 in July. Native of Olive Branch, Mississippi. So they're operating in the red zone. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Mariota now on second down. Completes it to Davis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. second down. Here's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacy. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in 3rd and manageable. They've got a chance at a 1st down.
1st down, this is Rawls. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacy. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
They begin the drive with Lacy. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Following the penalty now, Lacy. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They run it again with Lacy. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Lacey gets the handoff from Wilson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Jayon Brown coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Now it's Wilson. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And this is Lacey, who remains down on the ground and shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's John Ryan now, as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They go play action. Mariota escaping the pressure right. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Out come the Titans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
He finds Taylor, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Room here to run. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Again, it's Lacy. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And the Seahawks on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. Here's Jackson. And he spins free. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mariota gives to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Now a second down throw for Mariota. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll run with Davis. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go again with Davis. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On the carry, it's Davis. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Here's Davis now. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 3rd down, that's Davis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Nashville. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Here's Wilson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Wilson on second down. His throw incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
They're able to locate Wilson. A very solid gain of 27. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. Now Davis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
And now here's a carry heading left. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. They come out here in the I. On 3rd down, that's Davis. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. Well, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Uncorks one for Dick. And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. To return, this is Doug Baldwin. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to sling this deep. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mariota hands to Henry, and he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Mariota here to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Derrick Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On second down, here's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Tennessee, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Seattle, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Titans are winners here.